Knowledge goes behind a pick to the top of the key, fires it to the right side, and the jumper is up and good. It is a three-pointer by Vitor Zopa. 33-29, Coffeyville by 4. Richardson fires it to the inside, unattended, but missing again in close as Eberhardt. He's missed 2 at point-blank range. Zopa rebounds, races it the other way, fires from 16, back iron. Rebound Coffeyville, Slack gives it off to Richardson, and Richardson, I think, has played almost every minute of this game, penetrates down the left side of the lane, banks it up off the iron, and out of bounds, touched last by Coffeyville.
Quick shot by Richardson that time. Unfortunate on the roll, however. But credit to Anthony Slack for showing up ready to play. Came in averaging only 10.5 points per game for the season. Right now sitting at 12, and with 6 rebounds to go with that, he's really been a force for the Red Ravens.
Now De Silva, the 7-footer, comes in, and Lima, with those 3 fouls, gets a rest for Arizona Western. Dawkins operates, drives into the paint, little 8-footer, good. Kenny Dawkins makes it 33-31, and Coffeyville, after building a 7-point lead, surrenders 5 in a row to the Matadors, and it's a 2-point affair with just under 17 minutes remaining. Allen goes to the baseline, outside to Richardson, looks for 3, doesn't get it. Rebound off the floor is by De Silva, and the Matadors come to the offensive end with a chance to lead. Zopa goes behind a pick, drives down the right side of the lane, is bumped, and a foul called on Coffeyville, and they will tag this one on Coffeyville's Isaiah Allen.
That will be Allen's 2nd foul.
And Jay Herkelman wants a timeout. So with 16:25 remaining in the basketball game, a 2-point difference and a 1-minute break for the sponsors of the National Junior College Basketball Tournament. Of this year's national tournament. Leglighter Video Productions, the official videotaping company of the tournament, has every single game available on DVD or VHS. Each game includes the play-by-play that you've been hearing, and we'll tell you how you can get that video. Get your pencil ready. We'll tell you in a short while. Jumper by Arizona Western, missed, and what a block out after the miss by Coffeyville. No foul called, and the rebound off to the Ravens. Coffeyville leads at 33-31. Handling out front, Richardson. Richardson lobs it to the inside, and this time Barry Eberhardt, who's missed 2 in a row, doesn't. And it's 35-31. Richardson knew exactly what he was doing, kind of mental telepathy as he communicated with Eberhardt, who broke down the lane for the easy lay-in. From the top of the key, Gonzalez fires one in. It's a 3-pointer. And it's a 1-point difference, 35-34, Arizona Western within 1 of Coffeyville. Richardson, top of the key. Now McFall for 3, doesn't get it. Rebound off to Kenny Dawkins. Dawkins spins to get away from Eberhardt, takes it to the corner, gives it back to Gonzalez. Now the ball loose, Richardson chases it down, defended by Dawkins. It's out of bounds, Richardson lost it. Nice hustle on the part of Dawkins in getting back and making a nuisance of himself. Now he goes up the other way with the basketball in his possession. Arizona Western trying to take the lead for the first time in ages. Gonzalez on the left side. Knowledge Miller now between the circles. Drives, penetrates, dishes it down low, and De Silva can't handle it, but it's retrieved by Arizona Western. Zopa misses. Weak side rebound, Knowledge Miller, and he is fouled by McFall.
Frustration foul by McFall that time. Did a poor job of screening Miller off the boards. Miller just wanted the ball a little bit more than McFall did, and so in an effort to maybe save some face, McFall a little aggressive with Miller's drive to the basket, picks up his second foul. 14 fouls out at Coffeyville already in the second half, only one for Arizona Western.
Jay Herkelman making several substitutions. Ball inbounded by Dawkins. Looking, tosses it way out high where Vitor Zopa has it. Zopa gives it back to Dawkins. The little guy does a nice job of running the show. The ball slips away from him, but he retrieves it, gets rid of it, gets it back. Always looking inside, spins down the side of the lane. Looking, brings it outside to Knowledge Miller. Still 15 on the shot clock. Miller drives down the left side of the lane and is fouled as he tries to put it up. I think they'll rule this in the act of shooting.
And they're going to nail Brandon Kennedy with his second foul. So Coffeyville right now creating some problems for themselves on the defensive end by picking up a lot of fouls.
And a chance for Arizona Western to get its first lead to the second half. Right now they trail 35-34. Miller will get 2 shots. And he doesn't do much with the first of the 2 as it's off the back iron and not good. One more coming. And this one is short. Not a good job that the ball batted out front and tracked down way in the back court by Kenny Dawkins, and the Matadors maintain the possession. Dawkins drives to the right side, goes underneath, scoops it outside. Open look at 3 is missed by Gonzalez, and the rebound off to Coffeyville. Now knocked away from behind, but retrieved for Coffeyville by Eberhardt. They go to the corner, now back to Richardson, and he travels.
Well, I tell you, Coffeyville doesn't have much happening positive on either end of the floor that time. Lou Richardson simply trying to make things happen before he was ready to go. Those feet were in jet formation, but that's consecutive turnovers by Richardson because he had that fast break opportunity, a possession or 2 ago that he simply lost out of bounds. So Coffeyville kind of on the ropes at the moment.
Arizona Western with the basketball, trailing 35-34. Gonzalez, now Dawkins on the left side, out in 3-point land. Zopa at the top of the key, backs it out of there. Gets a pick, almost loses the handle. Miller chases it, drives the baseline, shot up and swatted away. Knocked out of there for Coffeyville by Slack. It'll stay with Arizona Western as it ricocheted out of bounds. And to toss it in will be Zopa. Does so to Dawkins. Dawkins back out front between the rings to the free throw line, jumps one from there and knocks it down. Nice basket by Kenny Dawkins, and the first lead of the second half for Arizona Western, 36-35.
And they may have had a 2-0 lead to start the ball game, but it's been everything Coffeyville's direction up till now.
They did score the first 2, and then Coffeyville scored 8 in a row, and the Ravens have led ever since, and now we see a zone defense being employed by Arizona Western. Coffeyville gets it down on the baseline to Eberhardt. Back out front, Richardson. Now left side, Kennedy. Down deep, nothing available. Back outside the arc it goes, and the 3-pointer is up, bouncing twice on the iron and missing by Kennedy. Rebounded out by Arizona Western. Matadors with the basketball. Zopa cross court. There's a drive off the right baseline into traffic. Kick back out high. Now all alone left side. Miller for 3, knocks it down, and it's a 4-point lead for Arizona Western.
Miller with 12 points in the ball game now.
39-35. Coffeyville led this one 33-26, so it's a 13-2 run for Arizona Western. There's a takeaway and a layup and in by Kenny Dawkins. And Jay Herkelman, the Coffeyville coach, may need a timeout. 41-35. 6-point lead for Arizona Western.
Well, Arizona Western with a little bit more spring in their step here in the second half. They've taken things up another level.
Coffeyville will take the timeout. Timeout, Coffeyville, 12:20 to go. It's a 1-minute break. And we'll tell you when we come back how you can get those videos. So get your pencil handy. Back in a minute. tell you that you can order them online at www.legvideo.com. That's Legvideo, legvideo.com. Or you can call them after the tournament toll free at this 800 number, 1-800-486-5951. That's 800-486-5951. Coffeyville with a basketball in need of a score. They have been on a drought. They look at the zone defense and haven't been able to get a whole lot done with it. They put it in the hands of Richardson. Richardson fires it down on the baseline, and scoring on the inside is Eberhardt. Got away with putting it on the floor, which you'd probably just as soon not see right there. But nevertheless, his basket makes a 4-point affair. Arizona Western by that margin. Knowledge Miller. Now Zopaw outside. Now left side, Kenny Dawkins. Dawkins brings it out front. Fires it left to Gonzalez. His three is short, and the rebound goes to Slack. Hands it to Richardson, and Coffeyville goes back on the attack. Richardson off to the left side, and a three-pointer quickly knocked in by Darius Blanding.
And Richardson did a good job of taking the ball to the right side of the floor to draw the defense over, leaving Blanding all by himself in the left wing.
So 5 unanswered points. There's a drive by Dawkins, misses. Weak side rebound, put back good though by the Matadors. Marcelo da Silva, 43-40. Coffeyville on the short end of the count. Down on the baseline, Slack bumped as he starts a drive to the hoop. Won't be any free throws here. That is just the second foul of the half on Arizona Western.
That is the third personal foul on Da Silva, so both of the big men for Arizona Western, Eddie Lima and Marcelo Da Silva, in some foul trouble with 3 each with 11:04 to go in the ballgame.
Coffeyville to inbound. Brandon Kennedy to toss it in from just to the right of the Coffeyville basket. Brings it out high to Eberhardt, who hands it off to Richardson. And Richardson will start the offense with a flip right side to Kennedy. Back to Richardson. Now Kennedy on the right wing. Down on the baseline. Slack sees an opening to the basket. Missed the shot. Da Silva came over and made him change the trajectory, and the rebound off to the Matadors. Dawkins flips it to the corner. Zopaw for 3. Got it. Vitor Zopaw makes it 46-40 Arizona Western.
Zopaw no points in the first half, but 2 long threes in the second half to give him 6 points and a 6-point Arizona lead.
Equal to the biggest margin of the game for the Matadors. Coffeyville's led by 9. But right now, the Kansas champions with 10:17 to go in the first half, trailing by half a dozen. Slack on the baseline, throws it away. Bad pass to the outside, swiped by Kenny Dawkins. Dawkins drives down, fouled as he went by Richardson. And that is already for Coffeyville 6 fouls. We'll see no free throws here because the foul preceded the shot. But Arizona Western's going to shoot a lot of free throws probably over the last 10:06.
Well, and Kenny Dawkins seems just to appear out of nowhere in this last 2 or 3 minutes. He's had 2 passes thrown right into his hands, creating great fast break opportunities for the Matadors.
Inbounds it to Narumbi, who skips it way out high to Miller. Now to the inside, in close. A shot missed by the Matadors. And Coffeyville comes away with it. Baseline drive, wild shot thrown up and missed. Battle for the rebound and a whistle. Brandon Kennedy banged it too hard, but I believe Coffeyville will come up with a foul off the rebound, a foul on Arizona Western.
And that's Zopaw's 3rd foul. So foul problems for Arizona Western. 3 players with 3 fouls and 9:51 to go in the ballgame.
Brandon Kennedy will shoot a couple. 71% free throw shooter. 9:51 remaining in this one. Unranked Arizona Western at 27-5, leading number 7 ranked Coffeyville 30-4. Free throw missed. One more for Kennedy. Coffeyville led by up to 9 points in the first half, had a 7-point lead in the second. Second free throw is good. 46-41, Coffeyville trying to battle back. Dawkins trying to keep that from happening. Races it back the other way. Richardson stays right with him. They try to double team him. Dawkins dribbles through. They swing it quickly out high to Narumbi. Drives inside, misses the bank. Follow shot by Da Silva, missed. And a rebound on the floor taken by Coffeyville's Brandon Kennedy. And now it is Richardson handling. Takes it to the right side. Looks at the defense. On the left side now it is Kennedy. Back to Richardson. Richardson in the right-hand corner to Blanding. He's hit a three-pointer. Blanding has it. Goes down deep to Carter. Back to Richardson. Left side. There's a three in the air. Off the iron by Kennedy. Rebounded by Coffeyville. Tracked down by Ronnie Carter. Carter looks for somebody to get it to and is bailed out on a nice catch by Blanding. Left side jumper up and good. It's a three-pointer. Score it for Coffeyville's Brandon Kennedy.
No points in the first half, but 4 consecutive for Brandon Kennedy gives Coffeyville, gets them back within 2.
46-44, 8:40 to go. Dawkins does a great job of running the Arizona Western offense. Has it on the right side. Now De Silva up high. And now it is Knowledge Miller. Miller out front. Goes behind a pick. Drives down the middle of the lane. Scoops it up and scores it. Knowledge Miller, a nice drive right down the middle of the lane. And a timeout taken. Timeout taken by Arizona Western. They lead it by 4. We'll take half a minute and be right back.
Did a very good job from two-point range in the first half. They were 8 of 16 inside the arc, but in the second half inside the arc, only 4 of 10. And so they have missed some of those shots they hit in the first half that allowed them to build that, 4 to 6, maybe 8 or 9 point lead.
Richardson for Coffeyville has it on the left side. Now Allen. Now right side Blanding. Now Stewart has it. Put it back in Richardson's hands. And the three-point try comes from the right side by Blanding, missed and rebounded out by Knowledge Miller for Arizona Western, and he is bumped on a drive to the basket, and this will be 1 and 1.
Not bumped very hard in the mind of Darius Blanding. He'll get the first foul called on him, and I think he's probably right, although he was a factor in Miller losing his balance and going out of bounds. Knowledge Miller with 14 points in the ball game, 5 of those coming here in the second half.
Averages double figures coming off the bench for Coach Kelly Green. And he's got 1 in the bonus right here. And he's got the bonus coming as he buries the first one to give Arizona Western a 5-point edge. The Matadors' greatest margin in the contest has been 6.
A reflection of the ball game for Arizona Western. They had 12 rebounds as the second free throw goes in. 12 rebounds at the break, but right now they have 32, so they've already picked up 20 rebounds here in the second half.
And they lead it 50-44. Isaiah Allen for Coffeyville. Off to Richardson. Richardson flings it at the free throw line to Ronnie Carter, who misses badly, but the rebound is out of bounds to Coffeyville. And I don't think that's Ronnie Carter's shooting range, at least no evidence of it there.
Well, and that's not the shot that Coffeyville needs. They need him down the block working for rebounds and doing the things he does well. They need the people who are used to shooting those line shots lining up to take those high percentage shots for them.
Richardson thinks about a 3, flings it cross court, and 3 is taken and missed by Blanding. And the rebound claimed for Arizona Western by Gonzalez. Now the Matadors trying to expand a 6-point edge. Zopa, who's hit a couple of big threes, plays it down deep. The ball gets away from the Matadors. Narumbi threw it away, and Richardson comes up with it, and Coffeyville a chance to narrow the margin. 3-point try misses, but Richardson rebounds in the corner. Off the miss by Blanding. Richardson brings it out front. Under 7 minutes to go. 6-point advantage for Arizona Western. And Richardson bounces it on the left side. Richardson gets it back, penetrates, puts it up in traffic, drew a foul. He'll get a couple of free throws.
Yeah, he did a good job of splitting defense. There were 2 big defenders waiting for him to come to the basket, but Richardson took it right to their inner shoulders, managed to draw a foul and go to the free throw line. He's got 2 free throws coming. Foul called on Matt Gonzalez, his first.
Yeah, he can afford it. And Richardson a little bit shaken up. He kind of comes gimpily to the free throw line, reaches down. Maybe he's cramping up a little bit, pulls on that right foot like he might have a cramp in that right leg.
Yeah, I think that's what's happened. I don't know. He hasn't sat down much at all so far in this ball game.
2 free throws for the little guy. And the first one is up, and it is good. 50-45, Arizona Western.
He now has 10. He had 9 at the break. This is his first point of the second half.
He's struggling with that right leg a little bit, still trying to stretch it out. Might need to give him a break, and this is a bad time to do that because he kind of runs the show. When you trail by 5, you don't want your quarterback on the bench. Second free throw good, and it's a 4-point advantage for Arizona Western. Coffeyville will apply full court pressure. And we'll see how Arizona Western handles it. No problem in getting it across the timeline. And Kenny Dawkins, who has done a dandy job in this game, gives it off to Woods. Woods has it on the left side. They hook it to the inside and throw it away. Not a good idea at all. Coffeyville trying to capitalize on the turnover, trailing by 4. Richardson off to Allen, back to Richardson between the circles up high. Left side Blanding, 3 in the air, rattles out, and the rebound winds up in the hands of Kenny Dawkins. And Arizona Western in no hurry right now with the lead and 6 minutes to go in the game. Dawkins walks it to the right side, now brings it across the top of the key, goes back right side to Gonzalez, takes it down, missed the drive down the lane, and the rebound is lost out of bounds by Arizona Western. They had a couple of great opportunities, didn't capitalize. Coffeyville gets it back, down 4.
You know, if you look back in the early stages of the second half, Coffeyville had regained control once again on a 5-0 or 6-0 run to start the second half. Arizona Western went to a 2-3 zone. And since then, it's really been all Arizona Western, as Coffeyville has yet to find a way to score effectively against this. It's really a simple 2-3 zone, but Arizona Western has on the floor.
Clint McFall off to Richardson on the right side, trying to get something done against the zone. Allen to McFall, and now down inside, Slack is loose, and Anthony Slack scores 2. 50-48.
Gives him 14 points in the ball game, but that's the first time we've called his name out on the offensive end for quite a while.
Arizona Western a 2-point advantage. This has been probably the closest game throughout of any of the games in the first round of the National Junior College Basketball Championship. Zopa dishes it underneath, and scoring the basket is Narumbe for Arizona Western. 52-48. Matadors, 5 minutes to go. Coffeyville, the Kansas champions, playing against the zone and playing from the rear. Our bounce goes to the inside. Nice strong move by Slack, and he scores. Slack right now getting it done for Coffeyville. 52-50. Arizona Western. Dawkins drives to the right side, flings it to the corner. Baseline drive, pass across the lane, knocked away. Tracked down by Narumbe. He drives inside, banks it up and in. Egan Narumbe makes it 54-50. Arizona Western. Coffeyville has 4:18 remaining. Ravens trailing by 4. McFall looks at the zone. Off to Allen. McFall between the circles. Richardson on the left side. Allen up high, back to Richardson. Under 4 to play. From the corner, 3-pointer, good! Score it for Isaiah Allen and make it 54-53.
Nice shot with about 8 seconds to go on the shot clock, and some life once again in the Red Ravens.
Matadors Dawkins draws a crowd, gives it off to Gonzalez, penetrates, got his shot blocked in close. They fight for it, picked up by Narumbe. He fires it up, missed the shot. A foul, I think, preceded the shot. This will be 1-1, and they'll catch Clint McFall reaching in for Coffeyville.
He'll pick up his third foul, but that was a very good foul on his part because Narumbe was going to score. No question about that. He was in great position to go up strong, and McFall committed to either grabbing the ball away or making sure Narumbe does not make a good shot attempt. And the third foul, 18 fouls now on the Red Ravens in the second half.
Narumbe, a 56% free thrower. has 1-1, doesn't get it, and Coffeyville Slack rebounds it. So a chance for the Ravens to regain the advantage on this trip down the floor. Boo Richardson, who looks pretty calm, plays it off to Slack. Now McFall with it. Works top of the key, launches a three. Got it! Big basket by Clint McFall, and Coffeyville back on top.
If there are any questions about where the sports arena fans are cheering right now, they're squarely behind those Red Raiders.
2-point advantage for the Ravens, who have trailed by 6 here in the second half, but right now lead it. There is a drive by Zopa. And beaten back by Coffeyville. They put it in the hands now. Arizona Western does of Knowledge Miller, who drives to the inside, puts it on the floor, lost the handle for it. They scramble for it. Shared possession, and the possession arrow keeps it with Arizona Western.
You know, that's okay because it was a good effort on the part of Ronnie Carter that time. The big man did exactly what you need to do with a loose ball on the floor, get down on top of it. He ensured the fact that he was going to have a part of that possession. If not, the turnover guaranteed the fact that Arizona Western would not pick up that loose ball and score close to the basket.
And they do a little bit of house cleaning, mopping up the perspiration. Both these teams have played really very, very enthusiastically here in the second half. Coffeyville, after trailing by 6, leads it by 2. Arizona Western to inbound. Dawkins looks, goes way out high to Narumbi. Narumbi gives it back to Dawkins, and Dawkins will launch a head-on 3. It's off the mark, and a rebound taken by McFall for Coffeyville. 2.5 to play. And absolutely no hurry for Richardson. Off to McFall. Now left side it is Allen. Now McFall way out to the half-court line to Richardson. 2:15 to go, 10 to shoot on the shot clock. McFall with it. Richardson now 6 to shoot. Richardson hooks it off, throws it away. Stolen by Knowledge Miller. Miller down on the drive, puts up the shot, doesn't get it, but he'll get, they're going to call an offensive foul. Nice job defensively by Clint McFall getting back and breaking up the drive to the basket.
Boy, and Kelly Green will not hear an explanation that he's going to agree with. There was a lot of contact by McFall and Richardson that time on the drive by Miller, but Coffeyville catches a break as the ball goes back their direction.
And Coffeyville was getting nothing done on that last possession whatsoever. Let's see what they do here. Here's a drive by McFall, takes it to the inside, bank shot's too hard. Rebounded by Arizona Western. Eddie Lima comes up with it. Now Dawkins has it. 1:45 to go, 2-point advantage for Coffeyville. Knowledge Miller to Dawkins. Now Zopa. Zopa goes behind a pick, dribbles it to the right side, kicks it back out high to Knowledge Miller. 12 to shoot. Miller penetrates. Little jumper off the wing, missed by Narumbi and rebounded by McFall, who's making a lot of big plays for Coffeyville in the final 3 minutes of this game. 1:15 left. Coffeyville wants a timeout. We'll break 2. 1:17 to be precise. 56-54 Coffeyville, and we'll take a 1-minute break. (56-54). Jay Herkelman has the timeout. His team has the basketball and, more importantly, the lead.
You know, Coffeyville for the ball game right now, they're 5 of 20 for three-point range. That's only 25%. But 2 recent threes by Clint McFall and Isaiah Allen, and before that was Brandon Kennedy, really have allowed Coffeyville to get back in this ball game. They were struggling from the perimeter, struggling from inside to get baskets against that Arizona Western zone. And all of a sudden, we found Anthony Slack, who had been quiet for quite a while, back-to-back buckets on a low block, and then a barrage of three-pointers. And all of a sudden, Coffeyville back in the driver's seat with 1:15 to go in the ball game.
25 shot clock as McFall handles at the offensive end. Gives it to Richardson, who hooks it back to McFall. He looks for a three, doesn't get this one. And the rebound taken away for Arizona Western by Zopa. Zopa leaves it for Dawkins, and we've got exactly 1 minute to go. Dawkins coolly slides across the timeline, takes it to the right side, tries to penetrate, dishes it off, and it's stuffed in by Narumbi. What a play by Dawkins. Setting it up beautifully, and now a timeout taken. 50 seconds to go, and this is a 1 minute break. We're all square at 56. (56-56), Coffeyville with a basketball. 50.2 seconds to go. A lot of coaches in this situation would say we're going to take a shot sometime in the next 10 seconds and try to trade two possessions for one. We'll see if that's what Jay Herkelman is thinking.
You know, they've taken a couple quick shots in the last two possessions. Last time down the floor, Clint McFall, after about two passes, launched a three-pointer, which I'm pretty sure with a 2-point lead, you're really not looking for a long three-pointer. You want to work the ball down low into Ronnie Carter or Anthony Slack's hands, if at all possible, and get a three if you have to late in the possession.
Coffeyville with the basketball. Richardson has it. And so much for the idea of going 2 for 1, because we're down to 35 seconds. And Coffeyville making no move at the basket. Now McFall for three from the wing, doesn't get it. Rebound knocked out of bounds, though, touched last by Arizona Western. And now Coffeyville can play for the last shot of regulation if they so choose.
28.5 seconds to go. The shot clock is off. Coffeyville with possession.
And they have a lot of confidence in the three-point shooting of McFall. He's 38% from three-point land on the season. Coffeyville will inbound, and they toss it way into the backcourt where Richardson will track it down. This one just tastes like overtime. Richardson to McFall. Coffeyville will try to get the last shot of the regulation game. Richardson holds it at half court. Now off to McFall, back to Richardson. 14, 13, 12. Richardson to McFall. Now top of the key, back to Richardson. 8 seconds. Richardson angles to the left side, penetrates, banks it up, does not get it. A rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Coffeyville off of Eddie Lima. 3.4 seconds remain.
Off of Eddie Lima, but credit Anthony Slack for being right there as Lima is trying to retain possession. Knocks the ball free, and Kelly Green not happy with that call. 3.4 seconds under Coffeyville's own basket.
Coffeyville a timeout, but we'll take no chances here. This is going to be a brief one. And Coffeyville will have 3.4 seconds to get something done and avoid having this one go into overtime.
Well, Coffeyville didn't get a real good look on that last possession. Richardson simply created from the point, had a leaner from about 8 feet on the left-hand side, made a good effort. The ball rolled off the edge of the rim. Lima right there to try to secure the rebound, but once again, credit Anthony Slack for disrupting Lima just enough that he fumbles the ball out of bounds to create this last-second opportunity once again for the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
This is one of those situation plays that as a coach you work on throughout the basketball season. When you've got the ball at the offensive end, 3.4 seconds is a long time.
Well, and you have to have in the back of your mind, what is your number one go-to out-of-bounds play? What's the one that you feel like will get you the most success most of the time? And that's the one you want to use right here.
Clint McFall will play it in for Coffeyville. Just to the right of the offensive basket. McFall flips it in. Good look. Shot up off the iron by Carter. Follow shot missed, and we have overtime. 56 apiece. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with more basketball action.
In another 5 minutes of basketball.
Yeah, and you sometimes start wondering how many opportunities you'll get in a game to win it. Coffeyville had all of the chances in the last minute, didn't capitalize on any of them. And we are all square at 56. Time for overtime, and the tap is controlled by Arizona Western. Lima off to Zopa. Zopa gets a step, missed a shot, but it is followed up and in by Lima.
I think we're going to give that to Nurumbi on the tip dunk follow. Easy 2 points for Nurumbi.
So it is 58-56 Arizona Western. McFall for Coffeyville. Now Richardson out front. Richardson would try to create something, backs out with it, gives it off to Allen. Now McFall keeps firing those threes, and this one rattles out. Nice rebound by Slack. He's loose inside, went up for the shot, got fouled, and very easily could have been a tie-up rather than a foul, but they'll give free throws to Slack.
And Lima lobbying with the official. He felt he was vertical on the play, but he's going to be whistled for his fourth. He played a long time with 3 fouls. He picked up that third foul with about 19 minutes to go in the second half, so he's done a good job of playing hard without fouling. Anthony
Slack with 2. First one missing. Not a good free thrower at all, just 54%.
Well, Coffeyville had a flurry of scoring to get back in this ball game and then take the lead, but here in the latter stages where they needed a bucket, they cannot find one to go in.
And they continue to bang away from three-point land. Second free throw also missed. Rebound ricochets away. They fight for it. It's still on the floor, and it is picked up by Coffeyville. Tracked down by Isaiah Allen. And Allen throws it away. Bad pass stolen by Nurumbi. And now Nurumbi gives it back to Dawkins, and the Matadors will try to work on expanding a 2-point advantage. They lead at 58-56. Dawkins gets away and then decides to kick it way back out front to Gonzalez. Now Knowledge Miller with it, and a foul called. It's on Coffeyville.
No, it's
going to go the other way. Offense.
It's Nurumbi on a moving screen. The official shows that he must have set it off the ball screen, picks up foul number 3. He's lobbying with the official, trying to demonstrate what he did and how it must be legal, but that is not something he's going to get away with in this ball game.
Well, Lima comes on the floor, and coming out for Arizona Western is Gonzalez. Coffeyville with the basketball, trailing by 2. 4 minutes left in the first overtime. Richardson. Left side, Allen, back to Richardson. Richardson bounces it to the inside. Catch made in close by Carter. Shot missed, and a rebound loose. Taken out of there by Slack, who's made a bunch of big plays for Coffeyville. Slack gives it to Richardson. Richardson pops up a 3, does not get it, and the rebound taken by Arizona Western. Egan Nurumbi with the carom, and Coffeyville is not doing a good job from three-point land.
Yeah, they're now 5 of 23. That's 22% for the ball game.
But they continue to bang away from three-point country. They've got folks who can score on the inside, but it has not been the game plan of lately. There's a drive by Knowledge Miller, bounces it off, and there's a stuff by Nurumbi.
He has both field goals in the overtime, both on dunks. So right now it's Nurumbi 4, Coffeyville 0 in the overtime.
And it is 60-56. Coffeyville, the Kansas champions, battling from behind. Slack on the baseline. Back out high, Richardson. Right side, Allen. Another 3, another miss, and a rebound to Eddie Lima for Arizona Western. And Lima leaves it for Dawkins, and Dawkins not in any hurry as he brings it up the floor. 4-point advantage for the Arizona champs. And 2:40 to go. There's a little drive by Dawkins. Back out front to Miller. Miller cross court to Zopa. Zopa, who's hit a couple of big three-pointers, launches another one and doesn't get it. A rebound taken by Carter for Coffeyville. Coffeyville has not scored in the overtime. McFall in the corner didn't want that three-pointer, and he'll bring it out front. 2:15 to go. Richardson has it. Plays it on the right side to Allen. Allen goes inside, Slack, fakes one way, goes the other, and travels.
Well, I'm not sure how. Coach Herkelman not very impressed with that call either. And an unfortunate time for that call to be made as Coffeyville is struggling. They're 4 points down, yet to score in overtime.
And we're down to 2:07 to play. Coffeyville will put some pressure on. And the big guy, Eddie Lima, to throw it in. Tosses it all the way to half court to Miller. Miller drives down the left side of the lane, spins to get loose on the inside, flings it across the lane, almost slips away, but it is retrieved by retrieved over there by Narumbi. Now they put it in the hands of Dawkins. Dawkins flips it up high to Lima. Now Knowledge Miller with it. And we're down to 14 to shoot and 1:40 left in the basketball game. Miller drives and is fouled out front. Mugged out front, I should say, by Barry Eberhardt.
Oh, after committing a lot of fouls early in the second half on the part of Coffeyville, they've done a pretty good job since then. This will be only team foul number 9, and I think they had 6 with about 15 minutes to go. So a 1-and-1 coming for Knowledge Miller, and from the line he is 4 of 6 in the ball game.
73% free thrower on the year. To give his team a 5-point lead, doesn't get it, and Coffeyville claims the carom. Barry Eberhardt plucks it away. And can the Red Ravens find some offense? They have really struggled to score. Richardson has it between the circles, drives into traffic, puts up the shot, got it swatted away. Nice block, I believe, by Lima. And the Matadors come away with the basketball, and we're down to 1:15. Kenny Dawkins being chased out front by Richardson, has the ball knocked away from him. Coffeyville got it, but on the end line, they can't hang on.
What a golden opportunity there for Coffeyville, and that loose ball as it slips out of Dawkins' hands. Unable to control. Arizona Western maintains possession.
Arizona Western wants a timeout. We'll take half a minute and be back with the Matadors leading Coffeyville's Red Ravens 60 to 56.